Hello, everyone. Given President Trump's decision yesterday to reverse the policy on transgenders serving openly in the military, I had to make a video to say thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, my Commander-in-Chief, for having the fortitude and the courage to do the right thing and turn this around. Because this is the way that I'm ecstatic for this for a number of reasons, not just because it affects the military positively. It's a good thing, but it's like, what else is he got to do, man? If he's been able to do this, if he had the fortitude to do this, what else is he going to do? He already reversed the policy, at least to one degree or another, on Cuba. This is the way a lot of these liberal, regressive, toxic, and destructive policies get put into place. I call them regressive, not progressive. There's nothing progressive about them. They're regressive. But this is how a lot of these things get done. Liberal Democrats will enact a policy, and they may even lose an election because of it, but they know the Republicans aren't going to reverse it. They're not going to pull it back. They'll just stop the momentum. And then Democrats will eventually get elected again, and they'll proceed again. But this time, we don't have a limp-wristed, linguini spine, gutless wonder. We don't have some milquetoast guy who's like, well, the policy's already enacted. Well, it's already in place, so I can't do it. Cat's out of the bag now. Hey, it may be more difficult to put the cat back in the bag than it was to let it out, but this cat's going back in the bag, and it's the right thing to do, and it's good. Creating problems is always a lot easier than fixing them, but that's no excuse to not pursue fixing the problem. So, as of yesterday, it is a new day. Get your bowl of booty-os out, because it's a new day! If that goes over your head, don't worry about it. For those of you who got it. This has nothing to do with discrimination, because service in the military is not a right. It's not a right to serve in the armed forces. It's a responsibility. It's a duty. On top of that, it's an honor and a privilege. But I have nothing against people who are flat-footed, asthmatic, have diabetes, dwarfism if they're little people, if you have schizophrenia, if you have any other mental disorders. We kick people out all the time in basic training, the IET, initial entry training phase, for failure to adapt, for all kinds of different things. And mental issues are one of them. And transgenderism, or gender identity disorder, it is a mental disorder. All right, look, it's real simple. If you have XY chromosomes, you're a dude. If you have XX chromosomes, you're a chick. Period. You can't change it. You don't get to decide what your gender or sex is. And if it's not matching up here, then that's a problem up here. And the proof, the evidence is that the surgery that they have to mutilate their bodies and trying to make themselves look like somebody of the opposite sex never works. It doesn't fix what's up here. They still have the same high rates of depression and suicide and just general not very well mentally adjusted. Every metric says it has no effect. It doesn't work. It doesn't fix the problem, because the problem's not in your body. The problem's not physical. It's up here. Now, you take somebody like Dr. Paul McHugh, who people like me like to point out, then liberals like to say, the guy's just a fruitcake, he's stuck in the 19th century. No, the guy's very, very smart, and he has actually treated hundreds, if not thousands, of patients, and the treatment's worked. By and large, it's worked by every metric. All the cases of depression, levels of suicide, and every other metric of just being well-adjusted and mentally stable. That treatment works. But somehow that is hateful. Actually helping people, getting people the proper treatment that they need is hateful. Liberals actually want to stop it. And be an enabler to destructive disorder and destructive behavior. And this has no place in the military. Look, it's very stressful. We already got problems with suicide in the military. We don't need to compound that by people who are already even higher prone. I mean, we're talking about over a third of the of transgenders wind up attempting suicide at some point. That's a mental issue, and you need to get that fixed. And again, I don't hold any ill will against anybody who's transgender or homosexual or any other category. Like I said, I don't have anything against little people either. But sorry, if you got dwarfism and you want to join the armed forces, it's all about who is fit for service, not who wants to. Not who really wants to, not who's... You can be courageous, too. You can be the most courageous, flat-footed person in the world, but you can't ruck march with flat feet, and it causes a bunch of different problems. Asthmatic, whatever it is. Scoliosis, I don't care. It is what it is. So, you want to sit here and call it hateful. You want to sit there and say, yeah, you just need to get over it. You just need to get over the fact that there's a homosexual or transgender serving next to you. Yeah, okay, well, tell that to women when you put men in the same barracks. Tell women to just get over it when they have men showering with them. But I'm supposed to be absolutely perfectly fine with homosexuals and transgenders. And I know homosexuals are still serving openly, and I don't hold anything against anyone who is homosexual and serving in the military, because they're following the rules if they want to. The rule was changed. I may disagree with it. I may disagree with the uniforms that we wear. I don't like the current Army dress uniform. Well, what am I going to do? Come up with my own uniform and show up to work in that? No. Somebody else came up with that decision. Out of my hands. If I'm going to serve, then I better deal with it. And I do. So... This time, though, we got a president who doesn't give a damn. He's going to drive forward with what he feels is the right thing, and it is the right thing, and you can disagree with it. So he reversed the policy. Deal with it, snowflakes. Then they just want to say, no, it's really not a problem. Well, yeah, it is, because it's just another thing that gets in the way of us trying to kick ass instead of doing battle drills, instead of just learning our first aid, our communication, radios, and all that things that we need to do to be successful out there on the battlefield. We're in class getting sharp training. Again. And then this compounds another. It's like adding another 5 pounds to a rucksack that already weighs 60, 70 pounds. Oh, here, just put another 5 pounds in it. It's no big deal. Even though that 5 pounds has nothing to do with our mission. It's dead weight. You'll just put another 5 pounds. And then it's another 5 pounds. And then it's another 5 pounds. And then soon you can't carry it. It's just another burden for leaders and troops to deal with. Say, well, the key to this problem is leadership. We just need to... Yeah, well, leaders already have a tough job. And you're just adding onto it. It's degrading performance. Plain and simple. So, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, this one's pretty obvious to me. So, I had to give a shout out to say, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Donald Trump. And, like I said, liberal snowflakes, you just have to get over it. Winds are changing back in the direction to make America great again. So, with that, sic semper tyrannis. God bless the Republic.